At the end of day 3 in Southampton, it's again very much advantage England. 9 sessions in, they look like the only team that can win this match. Stuart Broad in the morning, James Anderson after lunch, Moeen Ali surprisingly either side of tea, and Anderson again with the new ball have put India in real trouble. 246 behind with just 2 wickets in hand. To join me to discuss the day's play, I've got Lawrence Booth. Lawrence, a lot of the talk before the test was of England's senior players and how they haven't really turned up this summer. Well, this match, all 4 of them have.
That's right. We've just come out of a press conference where Stuart Broad was talking about precisely that question, and he said that Peter Moores had said to the senior players before this game to go out and express themselves, treat it like it was their first game. People talk highly of Moores's man management skills, and perhaps this was a decent example because all 4 have come out and done well. OK, Cook and Bell both needed a bit of luck early on in their innings, but they contributed 95 and 167. And as you say, Anderson and Broad, the 2 others, have really led the way with the ball, which they needed to, because Chris Woakes and Chris Jordan haven't taken a wicket between them, and Jordan in particular looked like he was struggling a little. So yeah, the senior players are finally, to use the old cliche that Duncan Fletcher was so fond of, come to the party, and it's put England in a strong position.
And you look at the other side of it, the 2 batsmen, we spoke before the series of Pujara and Kohli and how much they needed to score runs. 10 innings now, 1 half century between them. It's starting to look a bit grim.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing about Pujara is that he's got a start every single time. All his 5 scores have been, I think 24 was his lowest score of the series, which he got today, and but he hasn't gone beyond 58 or something like that. Yeah. So that's very unlike him. England are used to him booking him for bed and breakfast, as he did at the start of the series in India when they last played there. I wouldn't say they've got anything over Pujara yet. He keeps getting out in strange ways. He got a good ball today from Broad that he couldn't sway out of the way of, an excellent bouncer straight at him. Kohli's slightly different. I think England have a definite plan to him. They're denying him anything on his legs. They're denying him anything too straight. In fact, they're making him reach for stuff outside off stump. They think his strong bottom hand instinctively comes into play, and he's poking at stuff, isn't he? He's been getting caught in the slips and so on. So they think they're keeping Kohli quiet. I think Pujara is the one who's probably more likely to bat for a day and a half in the remaining 5 innings of this series.
And Moeen Ali, what odds would you have got on him getting as many wickets as Broad at this stage of the series at a marginally better average?
Yeah, very high indeed. I mean, you know, people are conflicted about what Moeen's role is in the side. He's certainly not a frontline spinner, but he's better than a part-time spinner. And perhaps India did relax a little today. I mean, Ajinkya Rahane denied that he'd lost concentration, and the ball was there to hit. In fairness, he should have walloped that one for 6. I think Rohit Sharma possibly has to shoulder more of the blame. He got out just before tea, driving very elegantly to mid-off. Kind of sums up his career in some ways, though he's had a good start to his test career, but his international career, I think lots of fans in India will have slapped their foreheads and thought, here we go again with Rohit. But yeah, I mean, those wickets were an absolute bonus for England. Moeen's now got, I think, 10 wickets possibly, or 9.
Yeah.
So 12 in the summer if you count the Sri Lanka series, which is an absolute gift for England. Perhaps the average is a little high, 40 or so. But you know, if you've got a guy at number 6 who can get you runs, if he can sort out his issue with the short ball, then he's looking like quite a handy all-rounder.
England tomorrow, I mean, they're bound to bowl India at some stage in the morning, you would expect, unless we have a Trent Bridge-like situation. How many overs do you think they leave themselves with the ball to get India? Yeah,
it does depend. I mean, if Dhoni goes berserk for an hour and a half, then that changes everything. But you'd think England would want 4 sessions minimum to bowl India out, and that would mean, let's say they get a first innings lead of 200 for the sake of argument. They then want to score at 5 and over themselves for a while and give themselves a bit of time, because the question is who in this Indian lineup is going to bat all day in their current mood, and the pitch may deteriorate. Moeen Ali may come into play a bit more, but Anderson and Broad are bowling well enough, I think, now to cause them problems. So at the moment, you'd say an England win is probably marginal favourite of the 3 results. I think an India win can be discounted entirely, but if India bat well, they can still get out of this with a draw and go to Manchester 1-0 up.
Thanks a lot for joining us, Lawrence. That's all from us from day 3 at the Ageas Bowl. Join us after the 4th day's play tomorrow.